What's up, guys? So today we have two gameplays for Xavier, one with the collector skin and another one without the collector skin. I should have uploaded this video when the collector skin was on sale, as in 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago when I got it. And if anyone is asking how much did it cost me 1,250 diamonds. So this was actually the cheapest collector skin I've ever seen, and technically my second collector skin. I don't really spend money on this game, and yeah, it just happened that it's a hero that I play most of the time, and I really didn't have a good skin for him, so yeah. Also, if anyone is asking about the skills effects, the animation, etc., I'm just gonna say this. Among the skins for Xavier, I think this is the second best skin after the Jujutsu Kaisen skin, purely because of Gojo Satoru, not because of the animation. This one feels smoother actually. So now let's focus on the game. Usually I would help my jungler, but I was just focused on testing the skin, so I was just trying to, see the walk-in animation, etc. So whatever happened here is purely because I wasn't focused 100%. I didn't have my flicker there because I used it to run away earlier, so I had to use my recall technique, which at this point you all know I'm gonna use it at least once in a video. So yeah, let me talk a bit about Xavier. Even though I said Xavier is one of my favorite heroes, he's not the best right now in this meta. He scales really slowly. He's not as strong as he used to be in the late game. And oh my god, okay. Your ult damage is nearly absent early game. You need like at least 3 items, or 2 items actually. You need your enchanted talisman for spamming your skills, and your lightning transition and anti-heal to deal some damage. Obviously, if you're going versus tanks, then you're gonna swap the lightning transition with wishing lantern. But late game, you're gonna have to sell your boots for a lightning transition to clear waves. If you reach that state of the game, like really late game, where you're gonna have to defend minion waves and clear minion waves really fast. But usually, even so, I like lightning transition better because you're struggling to clear minion waves throughout the game. I would call Xavier a safe pick if you want a late game potential plus a decent amount of CC. But still, there are much better heroes. For CC and even late game potential, I would go for better heroes like Vexana, Aurora. These heroes are definitely better than him right now in the meta, but they lack the damage he provides in the late game and the spammability. Vexana's second and first skill have longer cooldown than Xavier's second and first skill. Aurora, the same thing. Even though Aurora has currently the longest CC duration, amongst all heroes, even longer than Selena, who has 2.5 seconds of CC if you get stunned from max range. Aurora has a total of 4 seconds, give or take. Add to it that Xavier has a weaker CC, which is Immobilize, and even that Immobilize got nerfed from 1.5 seconds when he was first introduced 1 second to now not even 1 second but 0.8. So yeah, he's not in his best state. So a quick explanation of the CC tiers. There are like high tiers, low tiers, and normal. Normal are basically, we're talking about what is it called? Stuns. That's the standard for the CC skills. Now, lower than a stun is a Terrify, an Immobilize. Like 1-1 skill is an Immobilize. Valentina's skill is a Terrify. Valentina's CC is a Terrify. Vexana's first skill is a Terrify. Xavier 1-2 combo is an Immobilize. Now, higher CC skills, also wait, one of the lower CC skills that everyone thinks it's high CC skill, Airborne. Airborne was recently transformed into, not transformed, I think maybe demoted is a better way to say it. So anyway, it became a lower CC skill, and the difference between lower and higher CC skills is pretty simple. You have the CC reduction items, resilience. Okay, Roger, thank you so much. So resilience affect stuns and lower CC skills. It doesn't affect higher CC skills. So transform, petrify, freeze, and suppress are high CC skills. Suppress, obviously everyone knows it's the highest CC skill in the game. Just like true damage, is the highest form of damage in this game. And what do we mean by highest? Not only it's not affected by resilience and CC reduction items, like resilience is the same as CC reduction, like tough boots, brute force breastplate, rock potion, but no, it's not even affected by purify. That's suppress. All the other skills can be purified. So keep that in mind when you play the game. Knowing the kind of skill the enemy can cast would help you a lot. So if you're playing, for example, let's say if you're playing a hero like Barats, who can stack CC immunity, a CC reduction, and resilience items, that's his passive, then you can run him into games like versus Selena, versus Odette, versus any hero with lower CC skills, and you're gonna win the game easily. Alright, back to this game. So in this game, the thing that I haven't mentioned, and what technically wasn't clear from the clips you're seeing right now, was the Odette taunting every single time she kills someone. Usually an Odette Johnson is a good counter to immobile heroes like Xavier, who only have flicker as their unique and only way of dashing. So most of the time, if you're going versus an Odette Johnson, you might need to build Winter Crown early on the game. But here I was kind of having a problem called ego, so I didn't build it. Usually I would go the extra mile building defense items and Winter Crown early on the game to survive. Well, not really Winter Crown every single time, but at least, the very least, a Purify against high CC heroes. But like, I would do that versus pro players, not versus someone who is like, I'm not even sure he can drive. And as I was saying that, he crashed multiple times into a wall. So yeah. Maybe don't take me as an example here and have some and be a humble guy. Let's say that, be a humble guy or a girl if you're watching this video, which most likely you're not. I have 98% male viewership, but anyway. I'm kind of sorry there. I'm kind of sorry. I couldn't block the Leslie ultimate. I was trying though. I was trying. It's just a bit difficult to synchronize with the randoms. So yeah. One trick that I would usually use on Xavier after getting level 12 is spamming my skill onto the objective, Lord or a Turtle, just to keep having my stacks and keep spamming my ultimate from a safe distance. I don't know what that Odette was doing there. I think her ego got kicked in when she noticed she's not winning the game. The next game, guys, we had Cyclops jungle with Johnson. So my first thought was, oh, this is gonna be Johnson Badang roaming around the map, so we're gonna have a weak EXP lane. Okay, because he's gonna be rotating the whole game. We're not gonna have a real front line. And to make things worse, the enemy has Helkert and Hayabusa, which means it's not gonna be fun rotating around the map. So most of the time I'm gonna have to rotate using the safe route, take an extremely long time to rotate from one lane to another, missing few minions here and there, so my farming won't be the best, and all of this just because of the Johnson pick into a Headcard pick. But yeah, regardless, we can still do this. At level 2, we rotated immediately to the gold lane where we secured our first kill. I was surprised to see that Cyclops is still here clearing gold lane instead of taking his jungle. At that moment, I knew for sure we are having a dark system jungler. Helkert was also trying his best to get advantage from his pick early game, but instead he ended up dying to Johnson. Again, I guess. I think Johnson got the first kill too, right? Yeah, he did. So yeah, we have our roamer who keeps getting the kills. Cyclops keeps getting assists and he's the jungler. Everything is perfect. As perfect as this snipe who came in 10 business days later after they killed Helkert. high gank gold lane, so we really can't do anything about it. I was just there. And as you can see, we are contesting the turtle versus Nana. As you can see here, I told my teammates we need to have the gold lane because he is really struggling with this haircut Hayabusa thing. And while our Johnson, as you can see, still training to drive. I even pinned him on the map, told him, so let's go to the gold lane. But this guy instead wanted to kill the Thamus for God knows what reason. Apparently he's afraid of the Thamus late game, not an Obsidian late game. But who knows? I'm just a normal mage. It's not like I know the game. Eventually what I feared happened, and Hayabusa and Haircut ganked me both in the mid lane, so I had no other option but to use my recall technique, my instant recall technique, and I tell you guys, it does work 100%. That's the best recall technique you can ever use, if you want to lose the game, obviously. So obviously we aren't in the best spot right here. We are in an 8-14 game with... God damn, you're not running away. There we go. Our Nathan keeps dying. I really do believe we have something to do with that. I really tried to gank him, but it's kinda hard, and every mage user knows this. When you don't have a front line and you don't have a vision, it's really hard to rotate gold lane without dying in the process. Right now at this moment in the game, I have the top gold on my team with only 2 deaths compared to the 4 and 5 deaths for my roamer and gold laner. The haircut on the enemy team died 6 times. Other than that, the rest of the enemy teams, like this Obsidia and the Hayabusa, died only once. So no matter what, I'm trying my best to survive and kill one of them in the process. I also have to keep watching for the haircut, since he now has the potential to one-shot me. So Nathan is still trying to solo push, which is definitely the wrong move since he has no turrets, and he's gonna die for it. Yep, exactly. And we lost our holy shield in the mid lane. Nana wasted our ult. Nathan, we don't do that. What do you mean, let me push, give me vision? There is no given vision into a Hellcat and Hayabusa. The best thing to do into this kind of situation is wait for the enemy to commit a mistake. Keep farming as much as possible. Keep comparing your gold to the enemy gold, to their EXP. The moment you're close enough, as in 3 to 4k gold gap behind the enemy, then you can start trying to take team fights, not individual fights. You can't take individual fights at the late game unless you're a pick-off mage, or technically not the pick-off mage, but pick-off assassin or something like that. Even pick-off mages can't really go 1v1 in the late game. And there are not really many pick-off mages. Let's say, which pick-off mage can go 1v1 in the late game and has the highest chance of surviving when going 1v1 with the same amount of gold and EXP? Basically, I think it's Selena, Kajita, and both of them, they play like an assassin, so They are not the rule, they are the exception. So yeah, the wisest thing you can do as a mage is lay back, wait for the chance, which is the enemy going into Jeep, making a positional mistake that you can punish. You're just gonna focus on punishing the enemy for their mistakes. Technically, that's the only case where you can initiate any fight. It's when the enemy makes a positional mistake in the late game, when you have around the same gold and just one team fight will change the gold difference into your favor. Obviously that didn't happen yet. We are still 16 and 30. We are in the middle of defending the base. We lost almost all the inhibs, actually all the inhibitors right now. So we are in a kind of tough position. But yeah, again, as I said, one mistake like that Nana position there trying to end the game with 1 HP, that Obsidian diving into Jeep, this Thamos not trying to end the game but focusing on the fight instead, these kind of mistakes will help us gain some golden EXP to fight them in the next fight. Although the situation looks really bad since we don't have any inhibs anymore, they still have even their second tier turrets for mid lane and top lane. It also doesn't really help that we have 4 magic damage heroes and 1 physical hero who went for the tank build. So we basically have 0 damage on the physical side. On the true damage side, we are only relying on magic damage, and the enemies thankfully didn't have a tank, otherwise that would have been even worse. But yeah, we're now around 3 to 4k gold gap between our gold and the enemy. Not the personal gold, but the total team gold. So now we should be able to shut down some enemies. We gotta shut down on Hayabusa. And that's it, guys. Just as I said, wait for the enemy to make their mistakes and then you can make a comeback. As you can see here, now we have the same amount of kills, the same EXP, we have higher gold, so pushing like this wouldn't be an issue. And as you can see, even the Hayabusa, who was terrorizing every single one of us in the early game, now can't really even shut down anyone.